foi muito ruim assistir o vídeo pra vocês com essa legenda? A de quem também não joga? É por isso que perdem, mano. Legenda tá boa? Vamos assistir mais então. Vamos ver aqui,
So,
guys.
thank you again to
Calma
come
aí.
to... Vai pegar...
Opa. Cesara F10, obrigado pelo sub, seja bem-vindo. Cadê o Kotsil? Cara, motivos que ele veio pro CBLOL, ele já falou milhares de vezes, né? Vamos ver essa da dinastia aqui?
And about your 5 years playing here in Brazil, this is very exotic to us because here in Brazil the teams are... They need everything for today or yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they don't trust in long-term plans. How you convince KEYD to do that, and how real is this plan to you? You have a 5 years contract with KEYD, or...
Opa, foi mal.
And about your 5 years
Eu
playing
esqueço,
here
mano,
in
eu
Brazil,
esqueço.
this is very exotic to us because here in Brazil the teams are... They need everything for today or yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they don't trust in long-term
Yeah.
Cara,
plans.
5 anos de contrato, hein, mano? Tá louco.
How you convince KEYD to do that, and how real is this plan to you? You have a 5 years contract with KEYD, or is something you just doing year after year?
Yeah, I can just be super honest with this one. It's absolutely real. First of all, I want all the teams that were with me in the past to regret your decision on not making me head coach and not giving me this decision, because, you know, it's 100% real. This is something that I always wanted to do. It's actually a 3-year contract because you're not allowed to have 5-year contracts with Riot, with a 2-year extension clause.
Okay.
Beleza. 5 anos, mas
with
é
both
3
parties
com uma
agree, etc.,
extensão de
etc.
2. De 2 meses.
Our trust is at a level where, like, there's not even a buyout. Like, I can leave tomorrow if I want.
Okay.
There's no buyout, but I will never take any offer. Like, I can say it right now in public in front of however many people. If, I don't know, Pen Gaming come tomorrow and say, here's you know, 200k REI a month, come to Pen Gaming, I say no. I say fuck off.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, you should see the offers I had in America. If I was moved by money, it's not like this, you know? Like, I don't want to be that guy, but like Brazil and Korea and Brazil, Korea, China are the only 3 regions that don't respect my work. That's like mind blowing for me. Like in Europe, I have many people that respect my work. That
Here?
Korea and like this, you know? Like, I don't want to be that guy, but like Brazil and Korea and Brazil, Korea, China are the only 3 regions that don't respect my work. That's like mind blowing for me. Like in Europe, I have many people that respect my work that have offers in NA as well. I had the offers, much more money. And Brazil was one of the countries. Korea and China, I understand, right? Because it's like completely different culture and they don't know of me, and you need to know people. But Brazil is mind blowing because they were like, this guy is the biggest scam artist and shit like this when I was coming here, right? But no, like for me, it's about building something. It's about loyalty. Pedrão and Hugo have gone out of the way to look after me. I'm here to stay. I'm here to build a project. Absolutely real. And it's not
Cara,
about me convincing them.
Eu vou falar a real, mano. É simplesmente bizarro a Loud não ter ido atrás dele, sendo que eles queriam renovar com o Steph. É bizarro quanto, tipo, mano, era o fit perfeito pra eles. E várias orgs, mano, várias orgs tinham nele a figura que eles precisavam, velho. Várias orgs. E os caras se deixam levar por coisas que estavam sendo comentadas pela comunidade. Ah, ele tá vindo farmar. Tá vindo farmar engajamento. Ah, esse cara não sabe de nada. Mano, o SEEEL, ele foi inteligente. Ele chegava nos streamers grandes e falava... Grandes não, né? Eu nem sou um streamer grande, mas ele chegava, por exemplo, no minha stream e falava, vamos fazer coach? Eu aceitei, vamos ver o que esse cara sabe. Ele chegou no Titã e falou, vamos fazer um coach? Foi no Brance. Até com o Ninja ele fez. Mano, eu tava assistindo, cara. Eu não sou de nenhuma org. Eu tava lá assistindo, vendo e falando, mano, esse cara sabe. E sabe o que mais me chamou a atenção? Não era nem... Com o Source Kit ele provavelmente já tava fechado com a KEYD. Não era nem que ele sabia do jogo. Mas era a forma como ele apresentava o raciocínio. Aí eu vi um cara que sabia do jogo, que tava, mano, que tinha um modo de... um sistema muito da hora. E que o cara já tava, mano, se imergindo na cultura brasileira e nenhuma porra de uma org foi atrás. Nenhuma não, né? Algumas foram, mas poucas. E os caras viram e falam, mano, como assim esse cara é uma fraude e só veio farmar like? Não, vocês estão de sacanagem, mano. Eu não sei quem é que tá tomando as decisões aí, mas é bizarro, velho. O CEO da KEYD falou que já tava fechado nessa época? Não tava, mano.
It was about them convincing me. You know what Hugo said in our first meeting? He said, I'm a terrible negotiator for saying this, and I shouldn't say this, but the cards are on the ball is in your court. It's up to us to convince you. That's what he told me. Yeah. Like even in CBLOL, there was offers that was higher, money wise. Yeah.
You had other offers here in CBLOL.
Close to $1 million.
Close to $1 million a year?
Yeah.
And you choose KEYD because they give you what you want.
Yes. Yeah. It's more in North America.
That's amazing.
That's a fact.
Pra quem, né, não entende americanês, é isso aqui a oferta, guys. Basicamente. Deve ser 80 mil, né? Ele disse que é perto de 1 milhão. A câmera tá na frente? Ops. Deve ser isso aqui agora. Mais ou menos. 80k.
It's not me that convinced. It's not me that wanted the 5-year project. It's not me that convinced them that I want a 5-year project.
They want a 5-year
It was
program.
them that wanted to build something long term. I think Hugo is special. Hugo is special, and I think Pedrão is special. Pedrão is maybe the first real business guy that I've seen in esports that is really smart.
And in the end of these 5 years, what you want to build
O Galvex, isso. O Galvex.
in KEYD and CBLOL? What's your goal in the final of these 5 years?
Dynasty. Multi-year championship. The best organization.
Cara, eu sei o que o Sil quer no Brasil, tá? Ele nunca me falou, mas eu sei. Eu sei exatamente o que ele quer. Não, não é mulheres, mano. Não é mulheres. Meu chat só tem idiota, mano. O que ele quer é o seguinte. Ele quer construir a G2 do Brasil. Literalmente, eu tenho certeza que ele vê a G2 como inspiração. E ele quer ser a G2 do Brasil. Ele quer pegar bons jogadores, star players, construir em volta deles e ter um ecossistema em que ele muda de jogador e ele continua ganhando. E como o time dele é muito bom, e ele é muito bom, os jogadores querem ir pra KEYD e eles aceitam ir pra KEYD às vezes por valores menores que outros times ofereceriam. Porque pensa, a KEYD ganha, mano, a KEYD ganha 3 splits seguidos. Todo mundo fala muito bem, todo mundo fala muito bem do SEEL, os caras estão jogando muito. Aí sai um jogador. Aí tu pode entrar na KEYD. Mano, mesmo que a KEYD pague menos que outro time, eles vão ser, como se diz... Eles vão ser... Como é que é a palavra? Vai ser chamativo, entendeu? Vai ser chamativo ir pra KEYD. Porque, pô, eu tô indo pro time que ganha, o time dominante. E aí eles têm 2 lá jogadores que, tipo, sei lá, se tornaram o melhor da região. Por exemplo, pra Loud. Esse split. Que suporte não queria ir pra Loud? Tirando os céus. Qualquer um do CBLOL aceitava ir pra Loud, mano. Qualquer um. A diferença é que o Cells, a quantidade de dinheiro que ele recebeu foi um pouco exorbitante, assim. Então, meio que... Eu sinto que é isso que ele quer, velho. Gigo é o player de franquia da KEYD? Sim. Tu tem um Gigo lá que, mano, o cara ganha toda a lane, estompa todo mundo. Aí ele faz, exemplo, que o Gigo virou o Caps do Brasil, mano. O time que o Gigo tá, ganha. E aí todo mundo quer jogar no time do Gigo. E aí o time do Gigo ainda tem uma coach staff foda pra caralho. E o ambiente é muito bom, todo mundo conhece, todo mundo que entra melhora. Cara, eles vão se tornar chamativo para os jogadores. E aí automaticamente o pessoal vai querer ir pra lá, entendeu? Mesmo sem, às vezes, receberem tanto quanto uma PEN, receberiam numa PEN ou numa Loud, ou sei lá, numa Kabum, entendeu? Isso é tu tentar ter um projeto chamativo que vai além de dinheiro. Agora, ele vai conseguir isso? Não sei. Não sei. Ele já tem jogadores muito promissores no time dele. Mas é aquilo, chegou num playoff e sentiu a pressão, perdeu, acabou. Começa o split que vem. Isso que é foda.
The organization where players want to come to KEYD. organization
Tá
where
vendo?
overseas players want to come. For example, we have allocated a budget every year to build the infrastructure so that gringos want to come here. For example, before, KEYD didn't provide housing.
Cara, eu tô usando o Gigo de exemplo, mano. Que isso, cara? Eu literalmente usei de exemplo. E sim, a própria KEYD já falou que o Gigo vai ser o franchise player deles. Que é o star player. Aí é com eles.
So gringos. No Korean will ever join this team if it's like this. No European. We're building that up.
E é inegável que o Gigo é muito bom, porra.
Building that contract up.
Agora
We're
que a gente tá
building
vendo
many
ele
things.
num
We're
time com
investing in many things.
estrutura.
I can't go into details, but they're different. Yeah. I don't know if I've already said too much. Maybe I get in trouble after this. But
No, it's
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So how you see the level of CBLOL today? Because when the beginning of the championship, KEYD was in the 5, 6 position, and
Yeah.
today you share the leadership with Pen Gaming.
yeah.
A lot of change, a lot of teams change, a lot of the gameplay change.
Yeah.
What do you think happened in the curse of the championship to
Na maldição do campeonato. Maldito campeonato, né, mano?
this happened today?
No caso aqui é da duração do campeonato, mas saiu na maldição do campeonato.
And you see CBLOL is in a higher level, or the players, the teams play in a lower level because of that the championship is so struggle.
I mean, personally, I think the level in CBLOL, to be completely honest with you, is not particularly high
Yeah.
across the board. But for me, it just came down to who wants it more. That's what I think. I think KEYD works smarter. I think we work harder. I think we work better. And nobody in CBLOL wants it more than us. That's what I think. Nobody. Because like if you put us on paper, like no coach is going to be in a room with me and want it more than me. And no player is going to want it more than my players. Like think about it on paper. Sure, they want it. Sure, they're hungry. But Pedro's never won a title and he's a title level player. Pro Delta is very discriminated against, I think, for like how good he is because of like the shows and whatnot. Whereas I don't think it's entirely his fault at all. Smiley, it's maybe his last or second last shot. You know, Lelica, I didn't even need to say. Tukui was the same, really, I think, in terms of like what he wants to achieve. And then Gigo, I mean, this guy is just a born and bred champ.
He's
you know?
amazing.
I think there are some players in teams, like for example, I think Titan is like one of those people that really, really want to win.
Yeah.
Um,
And Gigo's changed a lot from the last year. He's another person today.
yeah.
So as a gameplay and as a person.
But it's like that because he wants it. You know, like in the off season, we worked 14. Okay, let me tell you a story.
okay.
I've never swapped players in my career. This is the first time I've done it, right?
Whoa.
Intentionally. When I brought Smiley to our first scrim, and it was against our academy, we went 1-5 versus academy. 1 win, 5 losses versus academy in our first scrim. And I looked at Smiley play for the first 3 days, and I was like,
I'm
I mean, Ludwig,
focused.
you know, like, did we make it? Like, and Hugo was like, did we make a mistake? Listen, the 5 players, Kui included, worked 14, 15 hours a day, minimum, close to 16 hours a day. Basically, just living and breathing league every day with no break for like a month.
That's healthy in your opinion?
No, it's fucking unhealthy. So we,
But it's
enforce
necessary.
something. So now we force. No, it's not necessary.
What?
I couldn't get them off. I couldn't get them off the PC. They're like, no, I have to play solo queue. Like Ludwig was like, I need to play. This is the kind of guy he is, you know.
Okay.
It's same in the Pen Gaming game, you know. Like we were playing. And it's the kind of guy Ludwig is, Smiley is.
Just to mention something to the audience. Pessoal, a nossa internet, ela tá passando por um momento de estabilidade, mas eu já falei com a produção, tá? Ela tava indo no banheiro, eu vi o pessoal reclamando.
Tá.
Ela tá caindo e voltando, o que tá segurando é o reserva.
É o no break. Tá.
Mas we're having some internet stability, like the live is still on, but sometimes the quality drops a bit because the no break is like tanking the
Oh, we're meant to have a break?
No. No break is the name of the
Oh, right,
device
right,
that
right.
is
Okay.
like
Got
tanking
it.
when the internet goes down.
But we're still live.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, great.
If you want to go to the bathroom
Anytime.
anytime you can.
That's
More
fine.
water too. Just ask me. You have
Thank you.
Coke, water.
And we have a lot of questions from the audience here.
Yes, that was the second thing I was
Yeah.
about to tell you. Like lots of people
Okay,
asking.
okay. We'll answer the questions, but like,
Yeah, yeah.
I want to talk about
just,
Ludwig a
just,
bit.
Yeah,
be my
just
guest.
finish.
I want to brag about Ludwig because
Yeah, yeah.
like when we played with Kaboom the first time in the
Yeah.
first round, we were so scared. But I was like, okay, maybe it's because it's second game of the year, you know.
Okay.
And then we played versus what was the team? It was Red, and we shit ourselves, right? So I was telling them, guys, we can win. But in my mind, I was like, oh fuck, like
We are
we're
fucked here.
right? And then I spoke to them about it, right? It was the one that went on Behind the Stars. And then
Yeah.
after that, I told them to cut me out. So I'm like, for example, anyway. So the kind of guy Ludwig is he will do 200% for his team. So in Pain Gaming, when we played with Pain Gaming, he was running it because he was calling resources bot to fight, like permanently, you know? Like he like lifts everyone around him. And he forces his level up because he just grinds it out and puts the work in and matches the level. You know, this is the kind of guy he is. So he went 210%, and here's the reason my team isn't full of like cowards, really. And I'm like translating so I don't get cancelled here. There are many words I could have used there.
Eu sei que palavra ele queria falar.
You know, so I actually kicked Lace, our video guy, out of that room when I was giving the speech in Pain Gaming. But I told him, after we lost to Pain and we were, I think, 4th or 5th, I said, okay, guys, sit down. Now we can actually win. Because to be honest with you, I was really scared we can't win. Because if we are scared on stage, we can, like, there are some players that can never get over this. But after today, I realized we can win. Because all 5 of the players, led by Ludwig, right? And Gigo too, but Gigo is more like a machine. This guy just sits down and he's a stage player. So Gigo doesn't really count in terms of the coward list, but the other 4 definitely. Unfortunately, you know, after Ludwig did that, we were like, how do I say this? We overcompensated, but now they know how it feels like to just fist fight, and it's okay to lose, as long as we play our game, you know. And then after that, I was like, we're gonna start winning, and we did. We haven't lost since.
Actually, when we lost in Academy to KEYD, that was one of the things that I told them.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that we would lose at a certain point just because of composition, but
Yeah.
because after the second fight, the blue fight, they said, okay, this was the first time you guys had fear on one game. Because up to
Yeah.
now, you just stomped everyone.
Yeah.
And we were always in a good position. But the first time we were in a bad position, we couldn't lift like ourselves there. But okay, now you know the feeling, don't do that again. When you get in this situation, do this. And I really think that one of the things that you did super well with KEYD is that the beginning, I thought you guys would struggle more because the lineup was kind of new. And something that happens on Brazil is that when you have a like totally new squad,
Yeah.
the first weeks are actually rough here.
Yeah.
That's normally happens.
Yeah.
And for example, Red, they had a new squad. It was
Yeah.
actually a really similar structure to the last years. And the players knew themselves, like Grafter just came back.
Yeah.
So they actually perform.
Ele
Fast.
colocou Gravitar como enxertadores. Não, peraí. Que ou aquele que enxerta. Utensílio para fazer enxertos. Enxertar menos dor. Uau. Uau. Eu nem sabia que essa palavra existia.
Faster, like they
Yeah.
they click faster, but probably because of you guys' job, not just management, you and all the coaches, you clicked really well, really fast.
Yeah.
Even though you had that defeat that we were talking
To
about.
be honest, we had a lot of battles. Like, because players are not process focused, but as I said, I picked players that could be, right?
Yeah.
So the first 2 weeks was just like me versus the players fist fighting about what we need to work on and like how to build a process. Because what players will want to do is like, they'll just want to review the reason they lost, you know?
Yeah, that's the
So it was like me versus them for like 2 weeks. And then after they see like the steps. And also Gigo thought I was an imposter. Initially, like before he met me, he was like, man, this guy on socials is so troll.
All the people here in Brazil think about that.
It's the same thing I told you.
Yeah. The thing is,
Everyone
like,
see that.
I don't really give a shit because I knew like when I would start working, it'd go away, you know? But Gigo was like, Gigo was also like not sold, you know, at the
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
So it was like a battle between me, Smiley, Gigo, Talk, what we need to work on, shit like this. And then we clicked because I think we sold them on a process. It was fully top down, and if we needed to have some serious conversations, like management always had my back. It was so easy. It's so easy. Like even when we talked about the cowardice thing, you know, in the West, when you talk about choking, like choking is like being scared to play.
Yeah.
It's evita dog. They're so scared, bro, because they're so scared that if they say it, it'll be like in their minds permanently, right? But sometimes like you get an instinct and a feel for how people deal with feedback. And this team, I knew we had to say it straight away, and management were like, go. And it worked like a charm. Worked like a charm instantly, you know? It might have been really bad if we didn't have those conversations, you know? I think it worked out really well. Do you mind if I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you can go there.
Yeah,
Go there.
It's the first one there. E agora a gente pode ligar a tecla SAP por um
Meu
segundo.
Deus, ó, eu vou
Pô,
dizer que eu tô...
Tamo indo,
Não,
tamo
mas,
indo.
cara, eu tava...
É mais cansativo,
Eu falei com o
obviamente.
chat aqui que, tipo assim, eu juro por Deus, meu inglês é melhor do que isso. É que eu estou nervoso. Ficar
Não,
tendo
mas já
que
passou.
falar.
Eu acho que o meu passou. O meu
O
nervosismo
seu passou, o meu ainda,
começo
tá.
ali
Porque
deu uma-
pra formular os verbos tá pegado pra mim. Eu tô tentando fazer perguntas
mas por
mais
mais que-
simples pra ele,
Por mais que o pessoal
porque tá meio pegado.
Vou ser sincero, fala ao
Diga.
vivo também. Ó,
Ele fala bem, ele fala bem. Ele sabe vender o peixe dele.
Ó. pro MD3 como podcast, a gente fazer isso. Aqui eu já te digo, deu certo. Deu certo. Pode ser melhor, mas assim...
Não, pode ser muito
Já-
melhor. Pode
já-
ser muito melhor.
Lógico, mas assim, abre...
Eu não sou o Igor 3K.
Ah, não, mas é que o cara é chitado, pô.
Ele é professor de inglês.
Mas a gente
Depois de
abriu-
hoje, eu preciso voltar às minhas aulas de conversação
Mas
de inglês. Tá foda.
abriu a possibilidade. Agora, eu sei, por exemplo, pelo menos no seu, o seu é mais difícil que você é o host. Então, tipo, é pior ainda.
Jesus.
Mas no meu caso, eu vi que eu consegui pelo menos lidar. E mentalmente eu já vou vir pra próxima vez melhor. E eu acho que tá fluindo. A gente tá tendo várias perspectivas que eu nunca ouvi ele falando sobre. Então. E aí, eu conversei com o Vex. Tava conversando com o Vex durante o programa. De algumas formas a gente fazer isso melhor da próxima vez. Por exemplo, ele comentou que existe um programa que é o...
Tem AI que faz instantâneo, não?
Que é o Microsoft Teams. Que aí você pode rodar a tradução dele em tempo real.
Aham.
E a galera que tivesse querendo a tradução acompanhava por lá. A gente fazia o programa em inglês e tinha essa possibilidade do pessoal estar tendo tradução em tempo real.
Entendi.
Então, vamos dar uma pesquisada nisso. A próxima vez que acontecer essa situação, a gente vai estar mais preparado
Deve ter
ainda.
algum AI
Mas eu
que faz
acho que a gente tá
eu
indo
instantâneo,
estou
bem.
me cagando, essa é ela.
I did this exact same thing right now.
Every day, some
I do that sometimes
hits his
in a-
head in this
in a while.
television.
It happens. Ele bateu a cabeça que nem eu bati. Eu acabei de bater a cabeça aqui. Literalmente agora.
Ok, Cold Seal. Bons, como se diz? Gostaram que vocês ouviram, mano? Cold Seal? Pra mim ele é muito coerente, velho. Nas ideias dele. Obviamente, pra ele aparecer agora e falar que o time deu uma embalada é mais fácil, né? Ele pode falar, ó, eu fiz isso, mas ó, deu certo. Fica mais fácil. Ah, eu não vou ver esse vídeo aqui não. Ele esperou o time bem pra ir, tá certo ele? Tu viu o Vex falando que o Eval terminar a sua montagem do time? Eu vi ao vivo, mano. Não vou reagir agora porque eu vi ao vivo.